programming is very easy. I'm pretty sure you came across one of these videos on YouTube, but this is actually absolutely not true, and it's pretty misleading. Now, who am I to tell you this? Well, I'm one of you, or at least I used to be one of you when I started learning how to program 5 years ago. But why are they telling you these things? Well, surprise, surprise, it's pretty simple. They want you to buy their courses online or watch their courses on YouTube so they can easily make bank. Now, if they are able to convince you that programming is easy, there's a high chance that you actually might want to buy or watch their courses. There's a reason why majority of people who learn how to program fail. Even people who actually go to boot camps, despite them having help at the boot camps, they have mentors, they can also help each other, but still majority fail. Now, if you think you can stay at home and learn easily how to program and start suddenly making all these beautiful applications, you are being fooled, my friend. Now, I'm not trying to honestly discourage you to learn how to program. I think you should do it. As a programmer myself, programming is a very good thing. It's a very good skill to have. Without it, this video wouldn't be possible. So I'm not going to discourage you to learn how to program. You should do it if you have passion for it. All I'm saying is don't expect it to be an easy task, because telling a computer what to do is actually very hard. Computers are not like humans. They are not nuanced. You have to be very, very precise. Okay? Precision matters. You have to tell them what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and what happens if it can't do it. Now, this is not simple at all. This cannot be simple. Now, imagine a physical company that has a store and they want to go online and they need to make an app for that. And you are the one who is supposed to do that for them. Now, do you even know what it takes to actually build an application? Well, it's a lot of things, okay? So if you are just someone who wants to learn a specific thing and then try to find a job in that, then I kind of understand, okay? But learning by yourself and actually getting a job is also not easy, because if you learn by yourself, then it's hard to trust you that you actually know what you learned, okay? So like when you go to an employer, you have to convince them that you actually know what you're talking about. And if you just start learning by how to code, you are going to have a very bad time, because before you can actually showcase something, you have to know how to do that thing. And making an application means that you need to know how to design apps, okay? Well, I'm not saying be a professional designer, okay? But it's not easy. Again, like, you don't have to be a professional designer, but if you want to showcase something that actually works, you have to know how to design, okay? So that actually used to be my problem when I started learning how to code. I knew how to, like, I thought I knew how to code because I know how to write, the little pieces, like these functions, the statements, I knew the words. Like, basically, when you are learning English and like a lot of words, but do you know how to combine those words to actually speak proper English? Well, that is the challenge. And that's the challenge that majority of people have, okay? Like, they just start learning to program and they end up being in something called the tutorial hell. That is a very crazy and hard cycle to break from, because it's like you are learning this today and then you don't get it. Don't worry about it. They have a new course for you. If you learn that, then you will get it next time. And then you go on, learn on that course, and then they say, maybe you need to write some projects. And then they go design a project, think about it, and come and tell you to code along with them. And then you do that expecting that, oh, after this, I'm pretty set, I'm done, I'm ready to go on the field and play. But then once you're done, you end up realizing that you are still in trouble. You don't know what to do, where to start from, because they don't teach you how to architect an app, what it takes to build an app. You don't just start by coding an app from scratch. Like, there's a lot of things, a lot of preparation, a lot of organization, a lot of thinking, like architecting, before you can actually start to design something. Like, designing things is just not an easy thing to do, okay? And like, if you don't know how to do all these things, you are in for big trouble. You are in for massive pain, okay? Like, so that's the problem with like majority of people who actually try to learn how to program. It's like they don't have direction. And like, if you're at home, you don't have a mentor, you don't have nobody to help you. Again, like, you can just, go online sometimes and like seek help, but it's very important to have direction. Like, if you're one of those lucky people, you learn something and then you might end up getting a job. When you go there, you'll have people who will help you because they know you're not a professional yet, you're not experienced yet, so they might help you. And also, like, you'll be only doing one specific single task, okay? So you might have it way easier there, but the problem is getting there, okay? Like, it's not everyone that is lucky enough to get to that stage, and that is the problem. So like, what I say is, try learning programming the hard way, okay? And it will become easier. But try learning the easier way, it will only get harder, and you will only get more in the tutorial hell. You will kind of never make it out, because you will always learn programming the bad way, okay? The bad way, because majority of these tutorials are not made to make you think like a programmer. Again, some of them are, I'm pretty sure some of these tutorials are good courses. Like, I've had to take tutorials myself, but it's just not easy because you don't have a clear path to follow, okay? Like, you just have to watch this tutorial here, watch that tutorial from there, and then like try to combine it. And by that time, majority of people, they just can't take it, they quit. Most people quit at their first tutorial. They start learning and they've been sold that, oh, programming is this easy thing, it's cool, it's easy. And then they actually start learning and find out that they've been lied to, and now they can't continue. They just end up giving up. So again, like, as I say, don't expect programming to be easy. It's certainly not easy. It's totally false, okay? Like, making an application that actually works in the real world is very, very hard, because there's a lot of steps that you need to take before you can do that. You need to design it. And by that, I mean, like, drawing it down. Like, what does it look like? You need to actually design it in the back end. For example, let's say you want to make an online store, okay? So what do you need? You need to manage the store. You need to design that. And for that, you need to design an interface, something that you can easily interact with. And then you need to design a database. You need to basically model your real physical store into something online, into something digital. And so what that means is, you need to store information about the products on a database. You need to think about architecture. You need to think about scaling. What if, like, majority of people are visiting your store online? Like, how do you handle those things? How do you handle traffic? So again, like, how do you store images? Because you cannot store images of products in just one computer. So you see, like, all these things, you don't really get to be taught these things. They just bring up projects and they code along with you, expecting that, you expect after that you are a good programmer. But it's certainly not. Like, bro, listen, I'm going to stop rambling, and hopefully I will be making a next video where I'm going to actually go into a little bit more detail on what you can do to actually learn to be a programmer yourself, okay? Now, I'm not going to be teaching you how to program and actually get a job because I don't know how to do that. Honestly, I've not gotten a job. And it's not because I don't have the skills to actually get a job. I've not been looking for one. And yeah, we can talk about actually the reason why I've not been looking for a job in another video. But for now, let's just focus on the fact that, hey, you should not actually try to learn programming the easy way because you will not benefit from it. You will write messy code, unorganized code, code that breaks all the time, code that is unreliable, not maintainable, not scalable. And in the end, when you write trash and messy code, you will only make your life harder as you write more and more and more and more code. Because if you are writing an application, it takes a lot of code to actually write an application, okay? So you take a guess. It's just not going to be easy. So yeah, that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I'm not trashing tutorials. I'm not saying you should not watch tutorials. All I'm saying is be very careful, okay? Don't watch tutorials expecting that after those tutorials, you will know exactly how to design and write good applications. It's just not the case. You actually need to start solving problems on your own, thinking about problems on your own, and not having others think for you. So yeah, that's all. Thank you guys and have a great day.